Well, it was a hard-fought game. It was a difficult game, but in the end, we got, I think, probably the right result out of it. My name is Stephen Dawes. This is Palace to the Core. Don't forget to subscribe for all of your Crystal Palace daily news, views, and reviews. But before I talk about the Fulham game, I just want to congratulate Palace women for becoming champions of the league. They have won their league and they are now promoted to the WSL, which is absolutely fantastic. I've had the pleasure of seeing them a few times this season, and you know, they really are well organised. They battle hard. They're very good, and it's just what they deserve to get promotion. Really is fantastic. If you were at the game when they drew 0-0 with Sunderland, then you will know that it was absolutely ecstatic scenes afterwards. They were so happy, and rightly so. They've had a fantastic season, and I'm going to be following their progress in the WSL as well. But let me know down in the comment section if you want me to start covering the Palace women's games on here, because obviously I cover the men's games. The women are doing fantastically well, and of course they're in the WSL next season. Would you like me to start covering their games as well? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, and I'm also going to be doing a poll on Twitter, so don't forget to check that out. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's Palace to the Core, and I'm going to be putting a Twitter poll on there to see what people think. So before we get started, I did think that we might win the game against Fulham, but I was a little bit concerned for a couple of reasons. One was because I wasn't sure about Eze. Eze had a knock to his knee. No, I think it was his knee. He had a knock anyway in the last game, and I didn't actually do a preview video of this because I basically haven't had time. It's been such a rush of games and everything going on. I didn't have time to make the video, so my apologies for that. But Eze was going to be a late fitness test because of a knock he received, so it was always going to be a bit touch and go whether he would be ready. Eventually, he didn't come onto the pitch. He didn't play in the game eventually, which I think is probably the right thing. Glasner said that he wanted to play, he was ready to play, but Glasner wanted to make sure that he was going to be okay and wanted to make sure he was going to be fit for Man United. So he didn't put him on the pitch, which is fair enough. I mean, I think that's just being you know, respectful of the injury situation and knowing that he doesn't want to make anything worse. I think that was a good call. So in place of him was Elise. So Elise started. AU was in the side again, and I wasn't entirely sure how the situation with this game would go because we played a lot of games in a quick succession, and you know, we are playing with a lot more intensity than we ever have this season, and you know, I wondered how we would deal with that. To be fair to them, for the first 20 minutes of the game, we didn't let Fulham out of their half. They never got into our half in the first 20 minutes of the game. We were really pushing them. We were harrying them, closing down, all of the things we'd done in the previous 3 games. Oh, and obviously before that under Glasner. But you know, we were doing the right sort of things again. We were closing down. We were harrying them. We were, you know, stealing the ball off of them and stuff like that. Really working incredibly hard, and we were creating chances. I mean, we created a couple of pretty good chances, I think, in that 20 minutes. And I thought to myself, you know, maybe this is another game that that we're going to be able to, you know, to get a result from. After the 20 minutes, though, we had a bit of a break because we had kind of a drinks break. And after the drinks break, Fulham started to come back into the game a little bit. They started to play us at our own game, if you know what I mean. They started to harry us and pressure us. And one thing which Glasner picked up on in the post-match interview was that he felt that our first touch, you know, our quick play that we've been doing previously wasn't quite there. We were taking 2 or 3 touches instead of just 1 touch and stuff like that. And you know, and he said, you know, it's probably because of tired legs, tired minds, you know, after such a run of games. And I think he's absolutely right. We gave everything in that 20 minutes, and I think after that, I think the energy that we've spent in the last week kind of got to us a little bit, and we started to slow down. Weren't quite as closing down as quick as we had been previous games, and we just looked to be a little bit laboured. And that was the situation really until half time. We kind of slowed down a little bit. Fulham came back into the game, and at half time it was a bit of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And we had a good 20 minutes. They kind of had a good 15 minutes, bit in the between when we were kind of battling it out. So it wasn't a bad game at all. It was actually quite good from the first 20 minutes from our point of view, and we certainly didn't make ourselves look bad. It was just, we just kind of maybe took our foot off the gas a little bit towards the end of the first half. Second half, I felt that we came out, and again we tried to do our best with, with the energy that we had left. I think, we were working hard again. Individual performances I want to talk about in a minute, but everyone was doing their part, everyone was playing well. But then I think there was a little bit of a lapse of concentration, because Fulham got down to the right hand side, put the cross in, and there was a Fulham player there in the box unmarked to get the shot in and to get the goal. It was a close range effort, but there was nobody picking him up, and I think that was perhaps a little bit of lack of concentration on our part, not picking up that runner. So that made it 1-0 to them. And although it was disappointing to concede the goal, of course, I didn't feel as though we were out of the game. I felt that we could still do something, we could still contribute. And then a bit later on in the half, they started to make a few substitutions. Ahmada came on, Jeffrey Schlupp came on, Edward came on, and they all played really well. Actually, I felt they actually did play really well. Ahmada was running around, trying to get involved, trying to win the ball back. He was really playing well, making some good passing moves. Schlupp didn't play badly at all, and I'm going to come to him in a second. Schlupp didn't play badly at all. I felt that he was really energetic, trying to get involved into the game. So yeah, we were doing all right. We were trying to get back into the game, and I felt that our levels kind of stepped up a little bit towards the end of the second half, and that's when Jeffrey Schlupp got his amazing goal. It was on the right hand side. Elise played it into Wharton. I think it played Wharton. He played it into Wharton. Played a lovely little ball into Schlupp, and he just took a crack at it, and it went into the top corner of the net. I mean, there wasn't a goalkeeper in the world that would have saved it, I don't think. Fantastic shot, and it was really, really impressive. Great to see Schlupp get a goal. I know a lot of people have a go at him. I've had a go at him in the past as well. But, maybe he's another one who's coming good under Oliver Glasner. Maybe he's another one who's starting to shine and get into positions that he likes to play in. Maybe. Who knows? But anyway, it was a great goal from him, and it made it 1-1, and that's eventually how it finished. But I think that we came back into the game later on in the second half, so I was really pleased with that. I was really pleased that we didn't capitulate. We kept on fighting, and Oliver Glasner said that he was really pleased that we kept going, that we didn't stop and let things get on top of us. We actually kept going and kept trying to improve. So that was really good, and it's good that our mentality is there to do that. He talked a little bit in the post-match interview about squad rotation and the players that don't play, and what he said was that Jeffrey Schlupp has a great attitude towards it. He said that all the players that don't play have a great attitude towards it, and he said they're all out there supporting each other, really happy when the team win and things like this, even if they don't get any minutes on the pitch themselves. So, and that's what he wants. He wants a team mentality that supports each other and gets takes their chance when they get it, which is I think is what's happening at the moment. So really, really pleased for that. I think it was absolutely fantastic. Individual performances, I think Wharton had another very good game. Him and Hughes again in the middle were really good. Again, for the latter part of the first half, I think they were a little bit laboured, not quite running as much as they had, but I think they put a lot of energy into that first 20 minutes. But I think they were really well. Elise played well. I think Mateta was doing his best. He was trying to create chances and things like that as well. I think at the back again we were really strong. So apart from that incident, obviously with the goal, but I felt that we were quite good apart from that. So yeah, there was lots of positives again from the game, and I think we're not going to win every game we play. It was certainly, I think, worthy of a draw. I don't think we deserve to lose it. I think a draw was a fair reflection of the game itself, and I think that overall we are in a good place now. Obviously we've got I think we've got a 9-day break now before the next game, so we can obviously they can recover, we can all recover from this onslaught of good play that we've been watching, and it will be good to see what happens when we come back after this bit of a rest and a bit of a recuperation, and time for Glasner and his team to analyse what's happened and work on it. So it's all good going from my point of view. I'm really pleased with the way that we played, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. Let me know down in the comment section what you thought of the game, and if you thought any particular performances stood out for you. And it's really great that we managed to get a draw out of this. I mean, that's what 10 points out of a possible 12 that we got there. So that's a fantastic result for us, and of course it means we're mathematically safe, but it also means that we're on a bit of a high confidence wise, which hopefully we'll be able to take into the next game. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and I will see you next time.